Welcome back here to Ireland AM. We're live from Rathvilly in County Carlow is where we're at this morning.
We are, Derek.
Beautiful part of the world, Una, isn't it? Now, the Hidden Heart Festival is up and running. It's its third year, I believe.
It is indeed, and we're bigger than ever this year, which is very exciting.
Now, tell us a little bit about it.
So basically it's a family-friendly festival that's substance-free, and we have yoga, dancing, all types of wellness activities, live music, live art. We have hurling, as you can see in the back there, and we have a beautiful community kitchen, organic food, and loads of crafting, loads of inspiring talks, workshops, tree planting.
You
so
name it, you've got it.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that you mentioned there, and I suppose it's been a headline grabber over the last couple of weeks, it's substance free, so there's no alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol and substance free, which is quite wild in Ireland, but...
So, I mean, on a surface level, it means people have to actually connect and talk to each other.
Yeah, and lean into the vulnerability, because as we know in Ireland, a lot of people use alcohol as a crutch, but it's a really beautiful way to, connect us on a deeper level, as you said, Derek, and just enjoy the crack without the hangover the next day.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it's a hangover-free festival, basically.
But
right?
loads of fun.
Yeah, I was sitting around the fire last night and I met people from all across the world, which is incredible. So it draws people from all corners of the planet.
I know, we've had volunteers come from France, volunteer from Australia, a volunteer from South Africa. Loads of people have just heard about this and just felt very drawn to what we were doing, so it's amazing.
It's all about, I suppose, reconnecting to the earth, and I suppose connecting with your core as well down here in Carlow.
Yeah, so that's what we feel. It's about our individual wellness as people, the wellness of the earth and our ecosystem, and how we can use our creative capacity and power to kind of remember that we're guardians of the earth, and just how to be in community together and connect to our hearts. And
there's a lovely kind of free flow about the place, isn't there? I spent the night here last night. It's really cool. It's very vibey.
It is, and there's just something for everyone here. Like there's wild crafting, we'll have fire ceremonies, like swimming, sauna, loads of dancing, shamanic work, bee therapy. You'll be talking to John Ryan soon. Loads of holistic treatments, and then we have a whole kids area as well. So
and I believe you can bring your cats and your dogs.
Your cats and your dogs, your campers, your grannies, all of it. Kids under 12 go free.
Okay.
And tickets will be still available at the gate all weekend.
All
right.
are welcome. We'll come back to you in a few
Thanks,
moments,
Derek.
because we're going to pop over here and speak to John Wright. Good morning to you, John.
Derek, how are you?
John, you're a bee breeder. Tell us what a bee breeder is.
Well, we basically grow queens, which we distribute to people who keep bees and who make honey in Ireland.
Now, what is bee therapy? Explain to the viewers at home.
The concept is that we have a series of hives which lie in a line. Clients come in and they lie on the bees, and they spend maybe half an hour, and they descend into a meditative state with the sound of the bees, the smell of the bees, and then they just relax completely.
And it's about the vibrations, the buzz of the bees, really, isn't it?
The bees, they actually move their muscles, their wing muscles, to generate heat, and that generates a sort of an aroma as well within the hive. So the whole thing it's coming up around the body. So you're experiencing this sense of together with nature.
Now, does it actually work, or is it a bit hippy-dippy?
It's a bit hippy-dippy.
Yeah,
it's something,
okay, fair enough.
At the end of the day, what you want is new experiences, and different people will get different experiences and gain differently from different types of therapy. This is just a nice therapy where people can overcome some of their phobias, perhaps about bees, but they can also learn a lot about themselves, because it's a very quiet, very, very silent thing, and it's just you in union with the bees.
And you have a small little mobile caravan out the back in the wall garden,
exactly.
So it's quite private as well.
It's totally private. You go in and you're there on your own. I'm outside. People are knocking around to help if you're needed, if you want some help. But other than that, it's up to you. You're just there and you take the advantage of the situation.
Okay, John, loving what you're doing down here, and best of luck at the weekend. Finally, we're going to say hello here to Dermot Lang. Good morning to you, Dermot.
Morning, Derek.
I met you around the campfire last night. We were singing songs till the early morning hours.
I heard that my daughter gave a rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star
She
before
did.
going to bed.
She was great. Now, you're obviously a former hurler, and wild hurling is your thing. Tell us about wild hurling.
Well, I think one of the things that the GAA maybe have failed to do is to create a short-sided game. You know, we have tag rugby, which is great crack, and five-a-side soccer is something that keeps people busy throughout the winter. And the GAA, we really haven't figured that one out. There's also a huge amount of people who love hurling, who aren't part of GA clubs, who maybe didn't want to kill the fella up the road, who didn't hate the neighbours in the way that they were supposed to. They maybe come into dressing rooms wearing red shoes and a pair of orange pants, and the lads called them names, and they were like, well, we can't fit in there in some way. And those people love the game still, and so this is an opportunity, I think, for those people as well to play. Now, the big thing is, how do you create something that I can play with all my experience and somebody who's just starting off for the first time? So we have a set of rules that allows for and facilitates for not so much I have to get the win, I have to beat Derek. It's much more, look at, I want Derek to learn, I want him to learn, I want her to learn. We all want to learn how to improve our skills in the game.
And looking at the guys, and I know we shot on air, and we had a beautiful game in the morning fog this morning. It's very dynamic, right?
Yeah, very dynamic, and that's the thing you notice with all of the pictures, any of the videos that come back of any on the retreats and stuff that we would do. It smiles, huge smiles on people, and a lot of healing for people as well, you know, because people did have. They went into school and some coach roared at them at 12 years of age and frightened the life out of them, and they really were afraid to pick a hurl back up, and all of a sudden they come out and they see, oh, this is doable. I start with just catching, I start with just throwing, then I bring the hurling, then I can get into a match. And if you just take them gradually through it, they actually just get that connection back to the game. And when you see people, Derek, you know, just get
the good old hurl.
When you get them, see them getting the connection with the ball, you know, where you barely feel it leaving the hurl, and like it's as good as. For me, it's as good as being out now, you know, thinking about inter-county hurling. When I see somebody with that joy of just having driven a ball as far as they could and gotten that connection, you can see something lighting inside them, you know.
Yeah, I love the fact that you still live and breathe the game.
Yeah, I went back to an over 40s recently, which I'm not sure is the best idea because my hamstring is suffering for it. But what I did notice was how much, like this, it really. But that's common to people here. That's what you see. It's like it awakens something in you more than it's something you learn from the outside. It's something that comes from out. Or from in to out, and that's what we're playing
right,
here.
Good man. I love what you're all about, and of course to be down here all weekend. Una, give us the website before we let you go.
So hiddenheartfestival.ie.
And there's still tickets available for the weekend.
For the weekend, you can go Saturday, Sunday, whole weekend. You can camp if you're brave enough for the frost.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, you can bring your cats and your dogs. For me and all the guys, lads, we're having such a vibe down here this morning in County Carlow. Back to you in studio.
Oh, I'm having a good vibe here as well.
Yeah, we are.
A little bit warmer too,
I
Derek,
know,
thankfully.
yeah, I'm getting chilly just looking at him.
There's still frost on the grass, like, you know.